Joining us now on the Deseret First Credit Union hotline, a man who has made the jump to Triple-A baseball, and not just that, is killing it in his new digs with the Tacoma Rainiers. Adam Law is with us on BYU Sports Nation. Adam, nice to have you back on the show.
Thanks for having me, guys. Good to be back.
All right, let's go to the moment you get the call up to Triple-A. What was that like? Where were you? And how did you manage the emotions of that situation?
I was back at my little place that I was renting in Little Rock, Arkansas. I was 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts, and it was a Saturday night, I think, and we had a Sunday day game the next day, so I was laying in bed wide awake about 2 a.m. thinking about the game and why I wasn't playing very well, kind of down about things. And next thing I know, my phone starts ringing. It's my manager in Double-A calling me at 2 a.m. And I'm like, oh, boy, this probably can't be good. Anyways, I answered, and he says, hey, they decided to make a move and promote you to Triple-A. The Triple-A team's in Las Vegas. They play a noon game tomorrow, which is 2 hours, and they're already 2 hours. Vegas is 2 hours before where we were at in Little Rock, and so you're going to get on a flight around 5:30 a.m. So pack up your stuff, go to the stadium, get your baseball equipment, and head to the airport. So I did that with 0 sleep. I didn't really have much time to think about things, or even I sent a text to my family, but of course they were asleep, it being so early in the morning, and then just kind of rolled with the punches. I got to the stadium in Vegas at 11:35 for a 12 o'clock game, which is just bonkers. But, yeah, we made it work, and just kind of was a whirlwind for me.
That's awesome. And you aren't just in AAA. You're crushing it right now. You're 13 for 29, batting .448. So what's been a key to your success so far?
I think the biggest thing is just doing my best to stay in the moment and not worry about prior successes or prior failures, because as we all know, baseball can humble you so fast. If you get too big on the highs, you can really get down low. So I'm just taking it day by day, and luckily I found some holes. I've hit the ball hard a few times, and it's been working out. But, just taking it day by day is the most important thing that I can do.
Adam Law, BYU baseball great, now with the Triple-A Tacoma Rainiers, hitting .448 since his call up to the Triple-A level. And you said you hit the ball hard. Yeah, over the weekend, you hit your first Triple-A home run of the season. What was that like?
Yeah, that was cool. It was a full count with 2 outs and a runner on third base. And I was just looking for a fastball over the middle of the plate, and the pitcher hung me a slider. And I just saw it up and was able to get the barrel there and hit a big home run to bring us back into the game down 3-2. So that was exciting and kind of fired me up, fired the team up, giving high fives and stuff. That was fun.
I was recounting some of our encounters when you were at Provo High, not just in baseball, but in basketball, where you played with Kyle Collinsworth and Brandon Davies. And I told the story of when you hit the 3 at Lone Peak to beat Tyler Haas and those guys. What was it like to get the ball in that moment? Because you have 2 future NBA teammates, but you took the shot.
Yeah, I think I was a third option. And, I know I was a third option because I remember we were trying to get the ball down low to Brandon and then Kyle out on like a little bubble screen or something like that. But they were guarded, and I was just kind of the hangout man. I mean, I must have been close to 30 feet out, right, Jerem?
It was from Law Land, as we called it, yeah.
Yeah, it's from Law Land, and the inbound player threw it out to me, and I saw an opening and threw it up there. And I think there's a picture of Tyler with his hand up, kind of guarding me, and yeah, I mean, the shot fell. That was pretty exciting. That's one of my favorite sports moments that I've had.
That was epic, dude. You have like 7 or 8 D1 college basketball players, and then here are these baseball players taking the 3. Awesome. Awesome.
Great stuff. Adam Law with us on BYU Sports Nation. Just made the move to Triple-A. What's the biggest difference between Double-A ball and Triple-A baseball?
The biggest difference is a lot of these guys that are on my team and that we play against have major league experience. So it's not in Double-A where the talent is there. I think the Double-A and Triple-A, the talent is the same, but the experience and the consistency here in AAA is a lot better and a lot closer to closer to everyday major league talent caliber type of players. So that's been awesome for me. And I know it's only been over a week, but to be able to learn from and watch these guys who have played in the major leagues. Heck, Jason Worth, 10-plus year veteran, is playing on my team here. And so to see him go about his business day in and day out among other players is really, really valuable to me and hopefully can propel me to the next level.
Your dad was an all-star, and your grandpa was a Cy Young Award winner. Do you have positive pressure and hopes that way in the family to break into the majors at some point?
I used to worry about that a lot, like, the whole 3-generation thing and how cool that would be. I still think that, yeah, it'd be super cool, but at the end of the day, professional baseball is so incredibly competitive that if I only think about making it to the big leagues so that I can fulfill a family legacy, I think I sell myself short. So kind of going back to what I've been doing and just taking it day by day, not worrying about what they've done, not worrying about what I could do, but just trusting the process and what I'm doing here in the moment. And if it works out in the end and I can fulfill my dream, that is awesome. And if it doesn't, I still feel comfortable with myself looking at myself in the mirror at the end of the day and knowing that I've done my best that I can. But yeah, it's cool to think about, and a lot of people have seen my dad and grandpa play in the past, and to carry that family legacy on is special and something really cool, but I don't dwell on it too much. I used to think a lot about it in college and my first year or two of pro ball, but I've hopefully moved past that now.
That's our great perspective moment of the day. Thank you for that. That was great. That was fantastic.
Adam Law with us on BYU Sports Nation. Over the course of your professional baseball career, you've had the opportunity to play against former BYU teammates, and most recently, Taylor Cole pitching for the Salt Lake Bees over the last weekend. Did you have a chance to take an at-bat against him, and if so, how did that go?
I sure did. I had 2 at-bats against him. When they first got into town, he texted me saying, "Hey, what's up?" And we chatted a little bit, and then we both said, "Let the Cougar battles commence," which is what we like to call them. And my first at-bat against him, he challenged me with a fastball, but I fouled it off, and then he started dancing around with breaking stuff. And I ended up popping up to third base on a hanging slider, so he won that one. And then yesterday, he came in, and I was leading off the inning, worked to a 3-2 count, or a 3-1 count, and he threw me a fastball down the middle, but up. So I dropped my bat and started to run to first base, but the umpire called it a strike.
Oh, come on,
so
Blue.
I know. So I went back to the batter's box, and Taylor danced around again and threw me another slider, and I hammered it to right field, but right at the defender for an out. So I was 0 for 2 against him, but then I got a text from him after the game yesterday saying, "Hey, we both know that was ball 4. The umpire felt bad for me and gave that to me." So it was fun. It's always fun to face those guys, and you hope for the best for them, but also you want to take care of your business when you play against them.
Great stuff, Adam. We're thrilled for you and your success with the Tacoma Rainiers. Off today, at Memphis tomorrow, and we'll be watching closely, man. Thanks for the time.
Awesome. Thanks for having me, guys.
Thanks, Adam.